Imagine waking up to a sight that would forever change our world. The sun has doubled in size, its once comforting glow now an intense, searing glare. This is no longer the sun we know, it's a harbinger of chaos, a cosmic giant dominating our sky. The sun, now twice its usual size, would fill a larger portion of the sky, casting longer, more ominous shadows. Sunlight would be blindingly bright, forcing us to shield our eyes even more than on a scorching summer day. Our planet, once a haven of life, is now directly in the path of this amplified solar furnace. The most immediate effect of a larger sun would be the rapid rise in global temperatures. The Earth, now receiving significantly more solar energy, would begin to heat up at an alarming rate. Ice caps and glaciers would melt at an unprecedented rate, causing sea levels to rise dramatically. Coastal cities, home to billions, would find themselves battling encroaching seas. Heat waves, droughts, and wildfires would become the norm, making agriculture increasingly difficult. The Earth, now trapped in a perpetual summer, would experience extreme weather events of unprecedented intensity. The sun's increased size wouldn't just bring heat, it would also affect Earth's orbit. If the sun's mass were to double along with its size, the gravitational force it exerts on Earth would also double. Our planet, now held in a tighter gravitational embrace, would be pulled closer to the sun. This would shorten our orbital period, meaning a year would be significantly shorter. The very structure of Earth could be affected, potentially leading to increased volcanic activity and earthquakes. A larger sun would also unleash more frequent and intense solar storms. These storms, eruptions of energy and charged particles from the sun's surface, can have devastating effects on Earth. Imagine a surge of energy so powerful that it could knock out power grids, disrupt communications, and even disable satellites. These storms can interfere with radio waves, causing widespread communication blackouts. A barrage of intense solar storms could strip away parts of our protective atmosphere, exposing us to dangerous levels of radiation. This increased radiation exposure could lead to an increase in cancer rates, genetic mutations, and other health problems. The combined effects of increased solar radiation, orbital disruption, and intensified solar storms would have a catastrophic impact on Earth's ecosystems. The once lush and vibrant forests would turn into barren wastelands, and the coral reefs, which are the rainforests of the sea, would bleach and crumble. The planet would transform into a hostile environment, with vast stretches of land turning into uninhabitable deserts. The soil would crack and dry up, making it impossible for most plants to grow, a crucible where only the most adaptable life forms could hope to survive. Small animals and resilient plants would struggle to find a foothold in this new, harsh reality. Plants, the foundation of most food chains, would wither and die under the relentless heat and radiation. Crops would fail, leading to widespread famine. Forests would ignite, turning into raging infernos that would consume everything in their path, releasing even more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere and further amplifying the greenhouse effect. The skies would be filled with smoke, blocking out the sun and creating a perpetual twilight. Animals too would struggle to survive in this transformed world. Dehydration and lack of food would push many species to the brink of extinction. Mass extinctions would ripple through the animal kingdom, leaving behind empty habitats and skeletal remains, wiping out countless species and leaving behind a profoundly altered biosphere. The world as we know it would be unrecognizable, a stark reminder of the fragility of life on Earth. Faced with such a dire scenario, humanity would be forced to confront a stark choice: adapt or perish. The sun, once a giver of life, would become a harbinger of doom, its intense radiation and heat making the Earth's surface increasingly uninhabitable. The stakes have never been higher, and the clock is ticking. Survival would depend on our ability to find ways to mitigate the effects of a transformed sun and create a habitable environment for ourselves. Scientists and engineers would need to collaborate like never before, pushing the boundaries of technology and innovation. From advanced climate control systems to revolutionary new materials, every idea would be on the table. One option would be to seek refuge underground, creating subterranean cities shielded from the worst of the sun's wrath. These underground sanctuaries would be marvels of engineering, complete with self-sustaining ecosystems and advanced life support systems. They would offer a safe haven from the deadly conditions on the surface. These underground havens could provide protection from radiation, extreme temperatures, and other hazards. Life underground would be a drastic change, but it could be the key to our survival. Communities would need to adapt to a new way of living, relying on artificial light and controlled environments. Another more ambitious option would be to look beyond Earth altogether, to seek out new homes among the stars. Space agencies and private companies would ramp up efforts to explore and colonize other planets, turning science fiction into reality. The dream of interstellar travel would become a necessity. Space colonization, once the stuff of science fiction, could become our only hope for long-term survival. Establishing human settlements on other planets would be a monumental challenge, but it could ensure the continuation of our species. The future of humanity might lie among the stars, in a race against extinction. The question of whether humanity could survive a sun that doubled in size is a sobering one. Such a scenario would not only challenge our scientific understanding but also test the very limits of our resilience and adaptability. The sun, our life-giving star, becoming twice its size would have profound implications for every aspect of life on Earth. While we can speculate about potential solutions and technological advancements, such a dramatic change in our solar system would present an existential threat unlike any we've ever faced. The increased solar radiation and gravitational forces would likely render Earth uninhabitable, forcing us to rethink our survival strategies. Advanced technology and innovative thinking would be crucial in developing ways to protect ourselves from the intensified heat and radiation. Yet even in the face of such adversity, it's important to remember that humans are an incredibly resilient species. Throughout history, we have faced and overcome numerous challenges, from natural disasters to technological hurdles. Our ability to adapt and innovate has always been our greatest strength. The same ingenuity and determination that allowed us to conquer fire, build cities, and explore the cosmos could potentially help us navigate this new reality. Our advancements in space exploration and scientific research could provide us with the tools and knowledge needed to find new ways to survive and thrive. Whether we seek refuge underground, venture into space, or find other solutions, a sun that doubled in size would fundamentally change our relationship with our star and our place in the cosmos. It would force us to reconsider our place in the universe and push the boundaries of what we believe is possible. The future would be uncertain, but our spirit of exploration and survival would guide us through the challenges ahead.